Every Sitecore AI portal has one thing that decides who can create, who can approve, and who can break things, and that is users and their roles. Welcome back to my digital diaries, Sitecore AI series, episode 4 Portals and Users. Watch this video till the end, and if you like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started with Sitecore AI portals and users. Have you ever wondered how Sitecore AI decide who can log in, and once they are in, what they are actually allowed to touch? The answer is simple. Sitecore AI uses two-layer permission model. Think of it like building with a front door and rooms inside. Let's break both layers down. Layer 1 is the Sitecore Cloud Portal. This is your outer security layer. Its job is simple. It controls who can even access the application in the first place and what their baseline role is. Security accounts and domains. To manage this access, the portal uses security accounts and security domains. Every user who logs in belongs to one of these accounts, and that accounts decide what they are allowed to see at the very first checkpoint. What access control? At this layer, access can be granted or denied for three main things: website features, contain items, and Sitecore AI functionality itself. So even before someone touches a single piece of content, the portal has already decided what doors are open to them. Then fine-grained role-based control. This isn't a simple yes or no switch. The portal provides fine-grained role-based access control across the entire application, meaning different users can have very different level of access, all managed from this one layer. Organization admin. Now at the top of this layer, you have the organization admin. This is Cloud Portal level role, and it comes with the unrestricted access to every Sitecore AI application within the organization. Nothing is hidden from this role. Then comes app admin. One level below that you have the app admin. This role is specific to Sitecore AI application, and within that application, the app admin also gets unrestricted access. Bypass rule. Here is an important point to remember. Both organization admin and app admin roles bypass all security settings and access permissions. So no matter what restrictions are set up elsewhere, these two roles can see and do everything. So that's the layer 1. It gets you through the front door, but once you are inside, a second layer takes over this layer 2. Item level security managed through the contain editor and role manager. This is your granular security layer. While layer 1 decide who gets in, layer 2 decide what authenticated users can actually view and perform within the content tree. Security accounts, users or role. At this layer, a security account can be one of the two types, a user or a role. User account contains four key things: a username, a domain, an email address, and a password. This is the identity that gets checked against permission. Now, access rights can be assigned two ways. You can assign them directly to individual users, or you can assign them to the roles, which allows permissions to be inherited by entire group of users at once. This second approach is called role-based access control, RBAC. And it's powerful because it simplifies permissions management. Instead of updating access for 50 individual users one by one, you just update the role, and every user in that role gets the change instantly. Let's tie this together with a simple line. Cloud Portal access answer the question, can they walk through the door? Content editor security answers the question which room can they enter or once they are inside. Layer 1 gets someone into the building. Layer 2 decides where they are allowed to walk once they are in. Together, this two layer gives Sitecore AI a security model that's both strong at the perimeter and precise on the inside. That's the two layer permission model in Sitecore AI, portal access for the outer layer and item level security for inner layer. Let's talk about something every Sitecore user must understand: organization roles in Cloud Portal. If you're working with Sitecore XM Cloud or Sitecore AI, you're already logging into the Cloud Portal. But do you know not everyone in your organization has the same power there? There are three roles. Let's break them down one by one. First, the organization owner. Think of this as the super admin. The owner always has the highest role in all apps, no exception. What can owner do? Invite a new user, make anyone an owner, an admin or a user. Manage all organization settings. Basically, the owner controls everything: people, permissions, and the entire organizational setup. Next one is the organization admin. This role is almost as powerful as organization owner. Admin also have the highest role in all apps. They can invite new users, make someone an admin or user, manage organization setting. An admin cannot create a new owner, only the owner can do that. So think of admin as a owner minus one power. And finally, organization user. This is your everyday team member. A user can only access the apps they are assigned to, cannot invite other users, cannot change anyone's role, cannot manage organization setting. Here is an important point. By default, a new organization user has zero app access. Someone, an owner or an admin, must manually assign app roles before this permission can start working. Let's do a quick recap. Owner has full control, can create anyone, including others' owner. Admin, almost full control but can't create owners. Users, limited access, needs app assigned manually. Understanding these roles is a key when you are setting up governance for your Sitecore organization, especially in bigger teams where access control really matters. We talked about organization roles, owners, admin, and users. But here is the real question: how does a new user actually get added to your Sitecore organization? Let's walk through the complete user creation flow step by step. This is what everyone sees first: the Sitecore Cloud Portal login screen. You enter your email address, hit the continue, you are in. But before someone can even reach the screen, they need to be invited. So let's go behind the scene and see how that invite actually happens. This is the step A, step first, and it's done by the organization admin or owner. Once you log into the cloud portal, look at the right side under the quick links. You will find invite users. Click on that and simple forms open up. Here what you fill in: email address. You can enter one or paste the whole list. The system is smart enough to detect multiple emails automatically. Then organization access. Choose the role. In this example, it sets to user, meaning this person can only access the apps you specifically given them. App access. Click add app to choose exactly which application this user should get into. Remember what we learned earlier: a new user has zero access by default. So this step is important. Once everything looks good, click send invites. That's it. In the second step, step B, the invite accepts. The person you invited receives an email invite. They click the link and on the same Sitecore login screen we saw at the start, enter the email address and set up their account. Once they accept, they are officially part of your organization with access only to what you assign them. So no more, no less. Let's recap the flow. Step 1. Admin logins into the cloud portal. Admin invites the user, sets their roles and app access. Invitee accept the logins. It's a simple one, but knowing this flow properly helps you manage your Sitecore organization the right way, especially in bigger teams with multiple projects. We have covered organization roles and we have walked through the full user creation flow. Now let's wrap this with a quick checklist. The important points to remember before you send that invite. Point 1. Email addresses. You can invite up to 100 people at a time. Just separate the emails using a comma, a semicolon, or even a space. No need to send invites one by one. Point 2. Organization access level. When inviting someone, you choose their role, admin, user, or owner. But here is the catch. You can only assign someone as an owner. If you yourself are an owner, admin simply can't do that. Point 3. App level access. If you choose user as the role, you must also set up app level access. Click add app, then pick the app and the specific role within it. And there is a limit here too. You can add access for up to 25 apps per single invite. Point 4. What if the app isn't deployed yet? In that case, you can't assign access during the invite. You will need to come back and update the invitee's access manually once that app is actually live. And finally, point 5. Invite expiry. The invitee must accept within 7 days. If they miss that window, the invite expires and you will have to resend it. So a gentle follow-up reminder never hurts. So that's the quick checklist. Up to 100 emails, set the right access level, add app roles for users, handle undeployed apps manually, and remember invite expires in 7 days. Keep these points handy next time you are managing users in your Sitecore organization. That's a wrap up for today. If this video helped you, then please do like it, share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It will help us. Thank you for watching. I will meet you in the next video.